Hey, what's up guys? This is Cody back here once again, and today I'm going to be doing a video where I show off my entire Godzilla collection. Now that the new Godzilla movie is opening in theaters today, I thought I would do a video where I show off, everything that I own, related to Godzilla. And that includes like all my DVDs, my VHSs, figures, just a mixture of stuff. I've always been a fan of the old original Godzilla series. I think when I was pretty young, I saw Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, which was the first Godzilla movie that I saw. And ever since then, I've always been a fan of just watching his movies. I've also been a fan of other classic, giant monster movies, but Godzilla's always been my favorite one. Just watching a good movie about Godzilla, fighting another huge monster. They're just good fun, just a good fun time. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. The first things I'm going to show off are all of my DVDs, and the first DVD I'm going to show off is probably the best edition, or one of the best editions you can get of the original film. And here it is right here. And it is this 2-disc collector's edition DVD set of Godzilla. Now, for those of you who do not know, Godzilla actually started off as a Japanese monster movie called Godzilla in 1954. Well, this edition actually includes both the original 1954 film Godzilla and the American version, which is known as Godzilla King of the Monsters, plus tons of special features. This was actually the first time that the Godzilla, the Japanese version, was available on DVD in North America. But I'm going to go ahead and show it off. First off, you can see, take the slip off right here. And there's just a list of all the stuff it comes with. And it has a little Godzilla emblem right there, which is basically, the symbol for it. And then you have the set right here, which looks really cool. I love that shot on the front of Godzilla. And at the bottom it says, the original Japanese masterpiece includes the U.S. theatrical release Godzilla King of the Monsters. And then right here is a little emblem right there of, Godzilla, a little holographic, or whatever you call it, emblem right there. Here's the back of it. And it has a list of all the special features in it. And on the top of it, it says a critically acclaimed classic and one of the greatest monster movies of all time. And this edition includes, like I said, both the Godzilla version from 1954 and the U.S. theatrical version, Godzilla King of the Monsters 1956, Making of Godzilla Suit featurette, Godzilla story development, audio commentary, original movie trailers, and just a bunch of stuff. And the two featurettes on there are mostly just storyboards, or mostly just drawings of what the Godzilla suit was going to look like. There's no, I'm pretty sure there's no actual footage of, behind the scenes of Godzilla, but other than that, the features are still pretty well. Let me open it up. And as you can see, when you open it up, it comes with a nice booklet, which I'll get into in a minute. And here are the 2 discs. And then there's some really nice, really cool artwork underneath it, as you can see. Godzilla right there, and then there's that shot, and I love that shot right there of him, in the water. Looks really cool. I think they went all out with this release. Put the discs back, and then I'll flip through the booklet, which, like I said, it has basically just a full footprint, Godzilla's footprint, which is basically just an outline of the Godzilla films and stuff. There's a couple of pictures in it as well, really good stills. They're not on all the pages, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get through this. One right there. Yep. And then the last bit of it has the chapter selections, and the original Japanese version Godzilla has 24 chapters, and the U.S. version Godzilla only has 9. So the Japanese version is actually a lot longer and has a lot more stuff in it than the U.S. version, which I think is cool. Ah, man. But yeah, that is it for that set. Like I said, really nice set. This was probably one of the best editions of the original film you can get. I know that Criterion has just put out the Blu-ray of this one, which has the original movie. I don't know if it has a Japanese version or not, but I would actually like to pick up the Criterion release of it. It looks really nice. But okay, I'm gonna move on. Now, the next thing I'm going to show off is actually the first Godzilla thing that I ever got DVD-wise, and it's also one of the first DVD box sets that I ever got. And back when I was younger, I didn't really take good care of my stuff, and so it's actually in pretty bad condition. But here you go. This is the Godzilla, the Ultimate DVD box set. It's not really Ultimate. It only has 5 DVDs in it. But yeah, there's the front cover, and as you guys can see, it is really bad condition. Like I said, I'm sorry about it. It has all the monsters emblems on the bottom of the box. And I'm just going to go ahead and slide them out like this. The first one is, of course, the original movie, Godzilla King of the Monsters. Then we have Godzilla vs. Mothra, the second film in this set. Hang on a second. Alright, I'm just going to do it this way. Alright. And then we have Godzilla's Revenge, which is more like a kid movie. It has Godzilla's son is in it, and he talks, and yeah, this is just more of like a kid-friendly Godzilla story. Then we have Terror of Mechagodzilla, and then one movie that has nothing to do with Godzilla really, but it's Rodan, which is like a giant flying a pterodactyl movie. I do like Rodan though. I think it's pretty good. But that is it for that box, and like I said, I know that it's in bad condition, but it was one of the first box sets I ever got, and when I was pretty young getting it, I just did not take care of my stuff very well. Now the next one is a Godzilla double feature, which I have not seen either one of these, but I hope to soon. But it's Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Destroya. Yeah, there's that. And then the last thing is another kind of kid type movie, but it's Son of Godzilla, which is, it's just it's a really goofy movie. Like I said, Godzilla's son, he talks in it, and it's just a really goofy movie. And Godzilla, he's like the father, and he's not going around attacking people. He does fight some monsters in it, but this is another kid-friendly sort of Godzilla story. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and start showing off the VHSs, and I'm going to start off with the first Godzilla movie I ever saw. Back when I ghot this, I knew what Godzilla was, but I had not seen any of the Godzilla movies until now. And I was really young when I saw this one, but it's Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. And this has always been one of my favorite Godzilla movies. Of course, Godzilla, he starts the movie off taking over Tokyo, and then this monster type thing, this alien is basically what he is. He comes over and tries to destroy the Earth, and then it's just Godzilla and King Ghidorah basically trying to destroy Tokyo. And it's a really good one. There's these these humanoid type there's these people that are aliens and they can run really fast, and it's just it's definitely one of my favorite Godzilla movies, and it's really crazy. Now the next one is another one of my favorite ones, and it's Godzilla vs. Megalon. This has always been one of my favorite monster movies, definitely. And Megalon is just really cool monster. There's that one. And then here we have Godzilla teaming up and fighting against another one of the best classic monsters, King Kong vs. Godzilla. Now this one, it's an okay movie. The costumes in this are really not good, especially King Kong. His costume is really bad. He looks like a giant ape. But you know what I was thinking? Now that they have a new Godzilla movie out, and now that of course Peter Jackson did King Kong, wouldn't it be awesome if they actually redid King Kong versus Godzilla and made it into like a huge big movie? Like that would be a pretty awesome movie. There's that. These are just two more that I'm really not on that are okay. You know, they're not really great, but it's Godzilla versus the Sea Monster and Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. Then we have this cool documentary called Monsters in the Movies, Godzilla Mania. And it doesn't just follow Godzilla's films. It also follows just tons of other classic ones. They go through like the King Kong movies, you know, the Blob, just all the classic monsters is in this one. And it's a pretty cool documentary. I think that this came out in the 90s, I think. But it's just you know, it's just a fun, you know, doc. And it also has it's got a short film called Bambi Meets Godzilla. Which basically it's a cartoon, and you see Bambi sitting there eating, and then Godzilla's foot comes down and smashes him, and it's just a cruel little cartoon, you know, and it's just, I'm sure if a little kid saw that, it'd probably give him nightmares, but it's just messed up, but. And the last tape I'm going to show off is the 1999 Matthew Broderick movie, Godzilla. Now, I know that everybody hates on this movie now, but back when this first came out, this was actually a pretty big movie when it first came out, and I personally enjoy it. You know, I used to watch it with my cousin, and it's just a fun movie still, even that I watch it today. I know that the special effects are not as good as I thought that they were, but it's still a decent movie. It's not horrible, you know. I just, you know, because it's just a fun one. You know, I know that some people really hate it now, but I personally don't really have anything against it. Pretty good. I'm going to check the camera real quick and see how long we have. Alright. Now the next thing I'm going to show off are a bunch of stuff that I actually got from the Dollar Tree. For some reason, the Dollar Tree had like a bunch of Godzilla stuff. The only thing is that instead of it saying the original Godzilla movie is called Godzilla King of the Monsters, but for some reason everything that's in this says King of the Lizards on it. Like, right here, this is this poster that I got, which you can see, and it says Godzilla, and it says King of the Lizards over the top, which I don't understand why, but it's still a pretty cool little thing. And then I'll try to show these off pretty quickly. Here's this little Godzilla Christmas tree ornament, which I think is funny. And then there's this Godzilla card game. You know, just little cheap little items like this they're just fun little things. This thing doesn't make any sense, but it's a Godzilla thumb thing where you put on your thumb and you just wave it around. For some reason, though, he's carrying a bat, which I don't understand. And then we have this Godzilla ooze, which I really, again, have no idea really what it is. You know, I guess, you know, I mean, I remember when I was a little kid, I used to play with like oozy stuff, so I guess that's what this is, but, you know, it's just weird. And then I got this at Walmart, or somebody gave this to me at Walmart. It's a Godzilla birthday card. And if you open it up, he's supposed to roar. But, you know, he doesn't now. Okay. Now, the last couple stuff that I got are actually kind of vintage in a way. I didn't get these from Dollar Tree. I actually got these from an antique shop. The first thing I'll show off is this really cool, like, picture right here. It says Godzilla. And it has these two great shots of Godzilla. And then there's information about the original movie, the cast. Yeah, really cool. As you can see, the pictures are just stuck on there, so I don't know if this is like really something or if somebody just made this and sold it, but I thought it was neat. And then we have a figure of Mothra with a collector's card, which I think is really cool. And if you click on it, if you click on the button, is wings flap. And then on the back, there's advertisement for all the other figures that you can get. They're really cool. I'm pretty sure that these sold pretty well. I got these at another antique store. And the last thing I want to show off is this full Godzilla figure right here, which I really love. He's modeled after, I don't know what movie he's modeled after because there's so many of them, but, you know, there's that. And then on the back, so again, all the other figures you can get. And there you go, guys. That is my entire Godzilla collection. So, if you guys have any favorite Godzilla movies or have any cool Godzilla stuff, definitely let me know. You know, if you guys have anything cool, I'd love to see, you know, any other figures or whatever. But anyway, guys. Also, if you guys are going to see the new Godzilla movie in theaters this weekend, definitely let me know because I'm actually really excited to see it. I might go see it in theaters and I might not. I'm not really sure. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Again, let me know what is your favorite Godzilla movie and if you're going to see the new one in theaters. Hope everyone has a good weekend. Later.